Galamera, Galamera, Galamera. How you doing today? Well, as you can see, today's report is coming from inside the house. And this is our bedroom. And there are three sleeping cats. There's Mr. Boots just doing a little move. That's Sheba at front there. And I think that is Brian on there on the left. So there they are, having a bit of a kip after being up all night. We've obviously had their breakfast this morning. And as we come through to the lounge, I'm not allowed to show you her face, but there are two little fellas there. One of them is, what's her name? This is the lovely little sweetie. We did call her Scraggy Cat when we first got her because she didn't look well. She's still not really 100% well, but she's a lot better than what she was. And we now called her Sweetie. And we've only just, even though we've had her for nigh on, how long we had her, Jane? How many months?
About 18.
We've had her about 18 months, and literally within the last week, we're able to touch her and stroke her. So it's took a long time to get her confidence. And then there's little Herbert. This is the naughty fella, the new one, the young one. And then just down there is Sandy. There he is. Hello, Sandy. Right. Weather today, absolutely glorious today. It's a beautiful day today. Today is beach weather, and I think that's where Jane and I are going to be going a little bit later. And yes, we have got power. So that is the reason why we're out here today. And I've just had a message from Amanda Gregory. Morning from Felicity. Ginge, good to see you in town yesterday. And hi to Jane, hope you're good. Thank you for that, Amanda. It was nice to see you guys as well yesterday. Thank you for paying for my coffee yesterday as well, down at 34. That was greatly appreciated as well. Right, let me just switch the camera around to my face. I'm just trying to find where the little switch is to do that, and I can't seem to see it on here at the moment. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Let's try that switch there. Will that turn it around for me? Let's have a look. I want to continue. Yes, I do. I can't find where it is. Where is it? God, this is a problem when you're on the tablet. You can never sometimes find all the controls. Oh, otherwise I'll be doing the whole of me little to camera from, what do you call it? From the, oh, where is it? Where is it? I am finding it. Where are you? Where is it? I've got everybody in his man and his up here. Is it up here somewhere? Where is it? Where is it? It's gone. It's disappeared. Let's go to the... Here we go. Found it again. Absolutely fantastic. Resuming broadcast. Right, lot been going on. Oh, first of all, can I just say thank you to everybody who enjoyed the broadcast yesterday and all those people who put in requests. Just to remind you, the next broadcast will be on the 15th. That's next Wednesday. I make the show on Tuesday. So if you want to start putting requests in, just pop it down in the comments below me, either here or on YouTube, if you're watching this via YouTube later in the day. Once again, it was interesting doing the experiment yesterday because I did a live rebroadcast of the show. Unfortunately, the internet started to lag really badly through part of the show. In fact, it cut 10 minutes off it. And so I had to then obviously take that rebroadcast down. But as the show is already pre-recorded anyway, I then uploaded it in one foul swoop, and I was amazed how quick it uploaded. It uploaded in about 15 minutes, not even that, and I was impressed with that upload speed. So that's another option. Rebroadcast it out live. If the quality isn't great, then I can obviously re-upload it after the broadcast is done, so that you get good quality. And unfortunately, you don't get the pictures. You only just get the audio sound when it's uploaded, but when the rebroadcast is going on, you get pictures and sound. Anyway, that was yesterday. Right, there's a lot been going on. The COVID numbers at the moment are going up. I'm going to be honest with you. At the moment, the Greek authorities are trying to ramp up, I would say, a kind of hysteria at the moment over the numbers. Yes, our numbers of infection have been going up. Yesterday we had 391 new cases, and we also had only one death. All right. However, in the ICUs at the moment, and this is also a cause of a concern for the authorities, there's 98 people in the ICUs. That number has increased. All right. Also, interestingly, looking at the cases as well, 161 new cases in Attica, and basically, yeah, they're saying that, you know, things are on the up. Now, in response to this, the Greek government on Monday, it's quite interesting this, there is one online at the moment, but they've actually put a new COVID map in for Greece, all right? And it runs in a 3-colour system: green, yellow, orange and red. And although officially it's online on Monday, and the government say they're going to start to update it every 2 weeks, or as well and when they feel a need to update it before the 2-week period, they will do that. Now, I've actually been onto that map this morning, and Jane and I were looking at it with great interest. I'm actually going to show it video picture, and I'm hoping you can see that. But this is where the map is on govgr.com, and to be honest, I got to. It's first of all, when you look at it, the colour that I can see here looks like a red, all right, which means we would be in the extreme setting. However, it's actually a kind of an orange colour, believe it or not. But I'm just going to scroll down to the information about where we sit in the, and I'll bet you now it isn't going to work for, there we go. So this is where we are at the moment. Zakynthos, we are in level 3 at the moment, which is increased surveillance. Level 2 is surveillance, level 1 is readiness, and level 4, which is the red level, is obviously the, severe level at the moment. The interesting thing about this is it does actually show you the precautions that are to be taken. Some of them are quite interesting. Obviously, schools I was looking at the moment, they're saying masks for children 4 years and over should be wearing masks in the school. Universities, we do have the TIE here, the Technical College or the Technical Institute here. That says masks to be worn by all students, up to 50 students using or sitting in the amphitheatre, and also a distance, education distance. I think 2 meters between, pupils, etc. You also got places of worship is highlighted there as well. 1 person per 15 square meters and up to 50 people sitting with a mask. One of them that caught my eye is the concert halls, theatrical performances and that. You're allowed only 30% fullness of people within the venue. Mandatory wearing of masks. And operations of this is until the 31st of the 10th, 2020. Obviously, they're going to maybe look at changing of that. Also, as well, cinemas as well. We're still lucky. We still have a cinema here. And please, people, go support the cinema. We don't want to lose it. England at the moment is in the process of losing its cinemas. Again, with the cinemas, you're allowed 30% fullness, mandatory use of masks, mandatory e-ticket insurance as well. Also, if you're going to shoot a movie here, the rules of regarding that: rehearsals, TV and film shootings, compulsory use of a mask in rehearsals, mandatory use of the mask by those who are not on set, 4 people to 20 to 100 square meters, and 1 person for every 10 square meters, blah, blah, blah. So anyway, there's all your information there. Also, nightclubs as well. No live music. Only sitting, 4 people to a table, venues with capacity of more of 300 people, 30% of potential population are permitted with a minimum of 150 seats. Sorry, a maximum of 150 seats. Also as well, only thing that's really not on there is bars, to be honest. Just looking down, because again, no mention of banning of karaoke, no mention of banning of live entertainment. Although, there is a mention of no live entertainment. I've got to be honest. But anyway, if you want to have a look at that at your leisure, you can do, and you'll find that at covid19.gov.gr/COVID map. It will translate, as mine is translating through the wonders of Google Translate. So there you go. That is the new map that has been brought in. Now, the interesting thing to all those people that were telling me yesterday, Wizz Air now, it seems, are going to be having flights running from Luton to here direct. So that's another way to get on and off the island. The only other flight that I'm aware of at the moment is flights to Bristol, and that is with EasyJet. But Wizz Air resumed their flights as well, which is great. Also discovered this morning Wizz Air was a Hungarian company. I never realised that either. And they're flying from Luton to here, which is good. And people were saying now that we're off the naughty step at the moment. This is Zakynthos. We're off the naughty step. We will basically be able to travel from here back to the UK without having to do any quarantine when we get to the other end. Now, the only thing that worries me at the moment is that Greece at the moment is exceeding the UK's level of the 100,000 rule. And at the moment, Britain set the 100,000 rule at 20 people per thousand as the limit of countries that they're prepared to have people come in from into the UK without a lockdown or quarantine being enforced. At the moment, looking at the figures the other day, that we are 22.3 per 100,000. So we're just slightly over the quarantine level. So is Boris at some point going to put Greece actually in as a country where you are not allowed to come in without quarantine? That is a little bit of a danger that people are worrying about now. The island might be off the list, but then again, the danger is that Greece may then go on to the list as the country in a whole. So we'll keep an eye on that. As for me and my plans at the moment, I still yet got to speak to the management of the nursing home that my mum is in, because my mum is going for a biopsy, basically, and she has to quarantine. My brother has to quarantine. And if I do manage to get back, I may not be able to get into the home to see her because, again, they will not want me coming in from outside, maybe carrying something. My brother did tell me that he has to have a test as well to show that he is COVID clear. I think 72 hours before he has to take my mum to the hospital for a biopsy. So at the moment, it's not easy for people there in the UK. Once again, let's just remind people that a lot of people in nursing homes have been in basically lockdown since March and have had no contact with friends or relations or family since that time. And the only time that they're actually getting out of those nursing homes is to go for medical treatment, and that's it. So again, I will keep you informed as to what my plans are in going back to the UK. What else has been happening? Well, the other big story here on the island at the moment is a 35-year-old non-Greek, or foreigner, as the press like to say here, was found impaled on railings outside of luxury villas in the Akrotiri area. Now, it seems that the man had gone there to rob the villas. He'd obviously tried to climb in and ended up impaling himself on the railings, and he was found dead by the caretaker in the early hours of this morning. No other details have come out except that the gentleman was known to the police. In fact, he had to report every 15 days to the police station to say about his whereabouts. However, he was found this morning by the caretaker of luxury villas up in the Akrotiri area. Jane actually used to manage quite a few sets of villas up along that way. And it's one of the most expensive areas to live in on Zakynthos, the Akrotiri area. So anyway, that man was found impaled on railings outside in the early hours of the morning. There is still yet an autopsy to be carried out, the police also said as well. Right, okay. Another interesting story, and I know this affects Jane quite a lot, and also affects many other women here in Greece and also on the island. The local MP, Dionys Artipitis, he's the current MP for Zakynthos. Well, he announced yesterday that a tender has been announced for a state-of-the-art digital mammogram machine to be installed in the Zakynthos hospital. For a lot of women who have to have mammograms, they either go to the mainland. There are some places here on the testing. However, this state-of-the-art digital test, which will probably be run under the ecosystem, is something that's desperately needed here on the island, obviously to combat breast cancer. Greece actually has a very good policy towards breast cancer. Women can have breast cancer tests right from the age of about 17, 18, whereas in the UK, if you wanted to do it on the NHS, you'd have to wait until you were 40. But Greece has had a very good record for breast cancer and in actual detection rates and doing it early in younger people, where in the UK you wouldn't necessarily get it, as quickly and as free of charge as well. So anyway, that's good news. And also as well, believe it or not, that was an election pledge by the current MP as well for election to become the MP of Zakynthos. And he announced that, there is a tender now to get this machine onto the island, which will save people having to go over to either Patra for digital testing or paying a lot of money for testing here as well, which I think is a good move as well. A little bit of a light story for you. Can I just say thank you to Amanda Gregory for this story, which is 10 to 13 naked men stole a bus in Porros and then decided to take the bus for a drive twice round the island. And as they were driving round the island, they drove past the monastery. A security guard in the monastery saw this bus full of naked Dutchmen, not Brits, Dutch. So that was a good thing. Driving round the island. And basically called the police. The police turned up, and the next thing you know, all these guys done a runner naked from the monastery. Catch was the driver, yes, and the driver was obviously arrested. He was taken into custody. He was released later on Thursday morning after the incident. I've got to be honest, it is quite funny. No damage was done to the bus. No one was hurt. But I just imagine all these naked Dutchmen running everywhere all over the place. And they run off and left their mate to take the consequences. All I could hope is that they pay his fine. Hopefully he's not going to end up in jail. Because again, I think if he ended up in jail, he's going to get a right hard time. So I can see a suspended sentence coming. An apology to the court is the way as well. And his mates better all club together. And I also wondered is when they'd released him from jail, did he have any clothing? Was he wearing an I Love Porros t-shirt or something and a pair of shorts to get him out? The incident actually took place in Porros, which is also interesting. Porros, for those people who don't know where it is, it's a little island in the... Oh, God, I'm trying to remember myself now. It's a little island... anyway, it's a little island... and basically, it was one of the locations that the virus actually started off, and it was where the place really that the ball got rolling for this. It started off as 11 o'clock shut down in their location in Porros. They were shutting bars at 11 infection rate, trying to keep it like within their area, and that kind of then overspilled to then 12 o'clock for everybody else around the rest of the country, to more edge on safety, which was totally illogical, to be honest. But anyway, to whoever the Dutchman is, I hope they treated you well in the jail, and we'll see what your sentence is when you go to court later next week. Right now, I have got people tuning in, but I've seemed to have lost me comments. So I'm not actually able to read names of whoever. I'm still trying to figure out this technology. Let's have a look. Say hello to anybody and shout outs, because I can't figure out how. Let's have a look. Is that going to bring it up, the messages? Oh, yes, I can see now who I've got. Lisa Emma, Aaron Vardy, Andrew the Fridge Watkins, Debbie Davis, Emma Marku, Alf Ling, Amanda Gregory, Jamie McKay Gunn. So I'm going to say hello to you guys as well. But any other comments and that I can't see at the moment. I'm still trying to figure out how this works. But anyway, let me just basically wrap up here. Thank you again for everybody who has sent me little messages of support and everything else. Once again, I'm going to continue doing this. A lot of people really have taken to it, and it's a kind of thing that's morphed, and it seems to be getting bigger and bigger and bigger every time I do it. Yesterday I had over 380 views. The most I've had so far has been 800 and odd views. And again, I know people drop in and out. People either look at it on YouTube or they look at it as I'm doing it live. And thank you for that. And I quite enjoy doing it, and it's no real hardship. And in fact, you get back into learning about what's going on, what's happening here, there. And again, you can give your opinion as well as giving the facts as well as you interpret them as well. We shall wait and see what happens. And what am I doing today? Everybody's probably asking. Well, today, can I just say quickly as well to the people at the Kalamaki feeding rota, a big shout out to Sally. Sally's managed to rescue a lovely dog called Grace along with one puppy. And I know Amanda Gregory was out with Alan yesterday. They were searching the wooded area around where the horses are. And the cantina, looking for one missing pup. They'd left a blanket down there with some food, hoping that the missing pup would make its way to where it knew, obviously the scent of the mother and food. The little puppy is only just a few weeks old. They've managed to get mum and one pup, and they're still looking for the other one. And I know Amanda and Alan were down there yesterday with one of their dogs, trying to see if they could track it. And I think they're going back down again today. Jane and I, we're on the feeding rota tomorrow. We'll also keep a lookout as well, little fella, and hopefully get him back. But to Sally, thank you for taking in Grace. She put some pictures up this morning. Grace looking very happy in a home with people. I'm not sure what her plans are to do with the dog, whether to rehome it or whether to actually take it in. But anyway, the dog is safe for those people wondering. But the little puppy, one little puppy is still missing, and hopefully it might get found today. But if you do see a little puppy around the Laguna area, round by the horses or the cantina, anybody that's here, put a little message up on Facebook just to let people know you found it. Hang on to it if you can, because there is somebody who will come and take it for you, from you. And if somebody's took the dog in, which could be the other thing, and you have it, please let us know that you've got it and that you've decided to keep it. And maybe we can offer some assistance as well in the way of neutering or something like that. So, and you've decided that you want to keep it, let us know so that there's closure for those people involved, which I think is also important a lot of times people get attached to an animal, never know what happens to it, and there's always that little bit, I wonder whatever happened to it, you know, goes on, and it's nice to get closure. Right, that's it from me for today. Jane and I are looking at the blue skies, and we're going to go down to Porto Camino today. We were going to do it the other week, but we never got there. We went up to the other end of the island, so we're going to go down to Porto Camino, just see if they're still turning and burning, because that was one of the first locations we went to when the summer kind of was just getting started, and they ended up with 3 rooms. That was all they had. And then when everything started to close down drastically after I finished work, they were still full, which was amazing. And that was just after the storm as well, and they were actually full. So it's be interesting to see how they're getting on. Anyway, that's it from me. I will see you later. You take care and have a nice day. Ta-ra.